All right, here we go. We're on video number 3 in our workout series. This one's called Guns and Buns. Summer's coming time. We need to get the guns out and we need to get the buns out for them bikinis. All right, so here we go. We're getting right to it. All right, pick up your bands. We're going with the Versa bands first. Going around the wrists for the Versa bands. We're going to start with our shoulder warm-up. So remember, for all of these repetitions, it's 15 reps for everything. You're going to start out with chest level, 15, and then we're going to move it down. We're going to go to belt buckle 15, and then overhead 15. The reason that we're doing this for our warm-up series is working on our rotator cuffs, getting that blood pumping, getting that oxygen flowing through the muscles, getting some blood in there. That way you can pump these muscles up when we get into working on the guns, which is going to be the first part of our series. All right, so we're missing somebody. There's usually a 4th person right here. Well, that's right, Sherry's at a bachelorette party this weekend in Las Vegas. She ditched us, so we'll see her next month, all right? Here we go. Coming back here, this is my oldest daughter, stepdaughter, Jackie. All right, 4 little babies. All right, she's a proud mama. She also used to be a bodybuilder and she's competed. She's gonna show you how to do things correct today. She's gonna teach form. She can be my main subject. Coming back here, this is Thomas. This is my grandson. He's gonna be a future bodybuilder. I'm gonna get him on stage with me one of these days, all right? Skateboarder extraordinaire, break dancer, got his newbie on today. He's ready to sweat. Coming back here, this is Oscar. He's my youngest daughter's fiance. He's also the local FedEx driver from around here. He comes in once a month to work out now and then, but he's coming in to show you how to do it today. Now, actually, he's a chief in the Navy, just giving him a hard time. You know how Marines and Navy guys are, we're always cracking on each other, right? Also brought him in for the buns because he's got a big old booty today, right? All right, as we're working through the warm-ups, they're down at the belt buckle level next. Make sure the fingers are extended, the arms are straight. There we go. Feet shoulder width apart on everything, knees are wide. Good, keep it moving. This should be a light warm-up. It's not a muscle building exercise, just getting that blood flowing. Good, steady, continuous pump on the bands. All right, once you're done all of those, we're gonna move on to the TheraBand. So for you at home, these guys are the TheraBands you're gonna pick up next, okay? It's a therapeutic band, but these are made for weightlifting and are a lot heavier resistance. So when we get with these, we're gonna go chest level first. First exercise is chest level pull aparts. They're pulling that band all the way back to the chest. They're keeping it tight in the middle. They're not letting it get slack. That's good. If Jackie turns around for me and faces this way, you're gonna be able to see how her shoulder blades, go ahead and turn a little bit more for the camera, right here. So when she's pulling, those shoulder blades are coming all the way together in the back. We're not trying to do a tricep exercise. We're using those shoulders to open that band up nice and wide. And if you look, you can see her trap muscles, her rhomboids, her lats, everything's firing across that back. Good job, you can face the camera. Good, nice. Thomas is already shaking and we're only into warm-ups. Good job. Oscar's sweating, his ears are turning purple back here. You can't see that on camera yet. All right, so the next one we're gonna go to is gonna be up behind the neck. Behind the neck pull down, right to the top of the shoulders. You're gonna do 15 of these guys. Good. All the way down. Arms stay straight. Good job. This should be a nice, good stretch. This isn't a muscle building exercise. You should feel good on the front of that shoulder, opening that bicep tendon up, opening that front delt up. Nice big stretch. Once they're done 15 behind the neck, our next exercise is called the sword and scabbard. They're gonna pin their left hand on their hip and they're gonna pull across to the right, just like that, nice and slow. When they come down, their hands are gonna stop right at heart level. Again, this is another exercise that's working on the rotator cuff, getting the scapula loosened up, rhomboids, teres major, minor, traps, rear delts, all those good muscles, good and loose. If you have shoulder injuries, like you've torn a rotator cuff in the past, doing these exercises, again, is gonna help you get through the workout because it's gonna pump blood into that muscle. It's gonna be much looser when you're doing your workouts. You're gonna flip to the other side, and we're going for 15 now. Arms are nice and straight. Good, perfect, good job. All right, so this guy is your sword and scabbard. This is like you're drawing your sword right out of the sheath and pulling it to the top. Good. Everybody's in a good athletic stance, knees are slightly bent. Good, perfect. Make sure you're breathing. You gotta remember to breathe during these exercises. Once you're done your sword and scabbards on both sides, we're gonna go to diagonal pull aparts next. There we go, good. So make sure that you breathe, constantly breathe. If you're not breathing while you're working out, your blood pressure is gonna go up, and we don't want that. And when you lean over and you stand back up, you can get lightheaded and dizzy. So So you're constantly breathing in and out at a nice fluid pace. Don't go so fast you're making yourself hyperventilate. Just make sure oxygen is coming in and going out. Good job. Pretty work. Yeah, everybody's pumping up already. Muscles are turning red back here. Good. Hopefully everybody ate their breakfast this morning. Nobody's going to pass out on the floor. Good job. All right, now once you're done your diagonals on both sides, the next thing we're going to move into is going to be our 9s and 3s and our 10s and 2s, and we're going to switch back to our Versa bands for those. The Versa bands are going to go around the wrists. We're going to get down into the push-up position. If you can't do these in the full push-up position, there's nothing wrong with doing it from the modified position on your knees. They're going to step out to the 9 o'clock and then out to the 3 o'clock position 10 times on each side. So you step out to the left, step out to the right, step out to the left, out to the right. 10 on each one. Try to keep that back flat, core engaged. Widen your feet out a little bit more, Thomas, so it'll give you a little better base. There you go. Good. Nice. Yeah. Now the triceps are starting to pump up. You're going to feel like you had a total body workout and we're just getting warmed up. Good. Take your break for a couple seconds. Shake your shoulders out. Then we're coming back and we're going 10s and 2s next. Same position. We're just taking the hands from the 9 and the 3. This time we're going to the 10 and 2 o'clock position. Here we go. Man, they're concentrating. You could hear a cricket fart in here. It's so quiet. Good Lord. That made them giggle a little bit. Good job. Keep it up. Pretty work. Fantastic. So once you're done that, you can go ahead and put your bands back down. We're done with the warm-up portion of the exercise. You can go ahead and grab your towel, get a drink, shake your shoulders out, and catch your breath while we get ready to move into it. So the main muscles that we're going to work on today is we're going to work on your biceps. We're going to work on your triceps. So your biceps, reason it's a bicep, 2 heads. Tricep, there's 3 heads, okay? The exercise that we're going to do, we're going to show you all different variations of these exercises today based on the equipment that you do have or you don't have at home, how to modify if you have an injury, how to get around that injury and still be able to do the exercises. So you're going to see myriads of different things shown out here today, okay? So let's talk about rep ranges because they're going to be picking their own reps and weights today. So if you want the longer, leaner, more slender looking muscles, you're going to pick a lighter weight and you're going to go from 15 to 25 repetitions, okay? 15 to 25, you pick. If you want more of an athletic or a bigger muscle or you're into sports, we want to stay in that 8 to 12 rep range today, okay? So that's a little bit heavier weight, 8 to 12 reps. If you want to bulk up and you want to put some size on your arms or there's a specific muscle that you think, man, I really want a big chest or I really want cool looking triceps, we're going to stick in the 8 to 10 rep range. So you pick your weights and you pick your reps as we go, just like they're going to do today, okay? All right, so the first exercise we're going to get into, we're going to start with your biceps. Are going to be your V-grip bicep curls, okay? So go ahead and select your weight. Oh, Oscar's going for the bands back there. So say you're traveling and you're stuck in, you guys begin. Go ahead, you don't have to wait for me, start going. Say you're traveling in your hotel room, you can't take a bunch of dumbbells in your suitcase, you can throw those bands in your suitcase. If you want to change it up, you've been doing dumbbells for 3 years, you want to try some different resistance, you can go with those exercise bands, just like his doing in the back, okay? So when we're curling, we want slow, consistent movements. 1,000 up, 1, 2, 3 down, 1,000 up, 1, 2, 3 down. We want to work both facets of the muscle, the concentric and the eccentric. What most people don't realize is the eccentric, the lengthening of the muscle, is 50% stronger than the concentric motion. So if you're not growing or you're not changing, it might be because you're leaving out the eccentric portion of your movements and everything's just snatching up, but we're not lowering it down under control. Good to go? All right, once you're done, go ahead and set your weights down so I know you're finished and get ready for your next exercise. So we did that bicep V curl. Now we're going into your skull crushers, okay? So again, we're going to show you different variations. Jackie's going to use her exercise ball. Say you don't have a bench at the house. You can't afford a $300 bench, but you can go down to the Home Depot or you can go down to the fishing goods store down the road and buy yourself a $25 ball. Thomas is going with the exercise bench. And then Oscar's going to go right on the floor. He don't have any of those things, okay? So again, 1,000 on the way up. 1, 2, 3, down. 1,000 up. 1, 2, 3, down. Time under tension is your friend. Slow, controlled movements will keep you from getting injured. It'll keep you from getting tendonitis, golfer's elbow, tennis elbow, all those things that come with really bad form and really bad cadence when you're doing your exercises. You notice Jackie's got a nice solid core, her glutes are engaged, her hamstrings engaged. She's got a total body workout going on right now. Thomas is doing good, he's got a good stretch at the back. Oscar can change it up a little bit. He can take those hands and turn the palms up at the top and get a little bit different movement. All of these are perfectly acceptable for your skull crusher exercises. Good job. As Oscar's finishing up in the back, working hard back there. That's good. Fantastic. So that's your first two exercises, right? So now you got a chance to take a break, get a drink, stretch those muscles out because we're going to move down into the second group of exercises. And this time we're going to hammer curls, okay? You're going to see a couple different variations of hammer curls. The biggest thing that you need to keep in mind with a hammer curl is if this is the midline of my body, like the seam on my t-shirt, I want my elbow to be forward of that. It doesn't matter what type of curl I'm doing. I want that elbow forward as I'm coming up and down with my hammer curl. Same thing, 1,000 up, 1, 2, 3, down. 1,000 up, 1, 2, 3, down. If you notice Oscar and you look at him in the back, you go, man, his elbows are out really wide. Why is he doing that? It's because his chest is so big. He's a big guy. So it pushes his elbows out to the side a little bit, but his form's still perfectly good back there. Jackie's good, slow, controlled movements. That's perfect. If you look at Thomas, he's doing a pinwheel variation. That's perfect. It's the same thing, just works the outer head a little bit more on the outside of that bicep, with a little bit more forearm strength, but it's still in the hammer curl family, but it's called a pinwheel curl, okay? Good form on all those. You guys look great. Good job. Good. What was your rep range on that one, Oscar? How many did you do? 5 reps? Oh yeah, heavy, huh? He's going for power. What do you got, throw that anchor on the ship? Yeah. All right, so next we're coming down. We just did our hammer curls. We're going to overhead tricep extensions, otherwise known as French presses is another name for them. We're gonna see a couple other variations. So Thomas is doing standing, good. Jackie is gonna do it seated on the ball, which is perfectly fine. And then Oscar, you can do yours with a band or you can do yours with the heavier dumbbell. It's up to you. If you notice Thomas, he's got his spine is neutral, his abs are tucked in, his knees are bent, he's in a good athletic stance, he's got no tension here in his lower back. If he does, he's not keeping his abs tight. That's perfect. Jackie looks good. Perfect form, going up 1,000, 1, 2, 3, down, just like that, beautiful. Then Oscar's back here, and this is tough. See his hands shaking back here on the way down on that eccentric movement, and that's the advantage of using these bands. It's not hard to push them up, but when they're trying to suck you back down to control them, they start shaking. Gives you extra stimulus on the inside of that tricep. That's a good one. Good job. What was your rep range on that one, Thomas? 12? Nice, good job. You're staying in that athletic range. You want to put some size on, make those muscles grow. Jackie's over here, she's doing 50 to 60. Good job, pretty work. Nice. All right, so that's your second group, okay? Your hammer curls and your overhead extensions. We're going down to number 3. So these are called bicep 16s. I think Jackie's gonna get a little fancy on this one and use the Bosu ball. Thomas is grabbing some 12s. What are you grabbing back there? 12s also? Good. All right, so the way the 16s are gonna work is one arm is gonna stay stationary. Remember, elbow forward to the midline of the body. The other one's gonna do 4 curls. Then you're gonna stop, lock that arm out. You're gonna do 4 on the other side. So it's 4 sets of 4 on each arm as you're going. Jackie's doing total body. She's working on her balance. I suggest doing balance ball stuff for all athletes, no matter what your sport is in high school and college, because it builds ankle stability. It increases how strong those tendons are in the ankles and the knees, help you against knee injuries. Thomas is going over here with also ankle stability and balance, which is really, really hard to do. Working on his core strength, his leg strength. Good. Then about halfway through, when he gets to 8 on each arm, he can switch feet, so that way he gets it equal on each side. How many did you get back here? 4, 4. Okay, good. Nice. Good job. Keep it up. Nice, steady, slow pace. 1,000 up. 1, 2, 3, down. 1,000 up. 1, 2, 3, down. Perfect. Elbows forward to the midline of the body. Good. Nice. Good job. Perfect work. All right, so now that you're finishing up that guy, we're gonna start thinking about the next exercise that we're moving to, is we're gonna go into that lunge tricep extension. Another nickname for it is the rocket launcher tricep extension. It's pretty silly, but hey. Good. Nice. So one thing I want to show you with Thomas here, if you notice his knee, see how that knee is going across the midline of his body? That's putting tension in his knee. So what he needs to focus on doing is keeping that knee outboard, so that way it sits in his quad and his glute muscle, and all that pressure is not setting on the tendons in his knees. Just a small adjustment, but it's going to allow those muscles to work properly as he's doing his tricep extensions. Good. Elbows are up nice and tall. Good. Push it to the rear and squeeze. Nice. Oscar's going with the pronated grip, which is a lot harder to do. Good. Nice. And another trick, so like if you look at him right now, that band's getting slack at the middle, but watch this. We're going to do a little modification and put his band underneath of a heavy dumbbell and put a loop on it. It's just something simple like that. Now I can scoot back from that dumbbell, and you got a heavy enough dumbbell, he can pull it back. Good. There you go. Brace and pull. Good. This AstroTurf is really slippery, so the dumbbell will slide, but if that's on your carpet at home, that thing will stay nice and stationary. You can step back and get even more resistance out of that exercise from that setup right there. Nice. Good job. Pretty work. All right, we're rolling. Hope you're hanging in there. We're going down to the next one. The next group of exercises is going to be our bicep 21s. So the 21s, 7 halfway up, just like that. Then we stop. We're going to do 7 halfway to the top. Halfway to the top. And then the last 7 for 21 are full range of motion exercises. Good. Oscar's on the band still. Thomas is on the dumbbells. You want to switch it up. Jackie could have easily done this one on the Bosu ball. That's another great exercise. When we go back to round 2, you might see her do that when she comes back through. Again, incorporate a little bit of that sports performance into your workouts. It's good. Nice, good form. 1,000 up. 1, 2, 3 down. 1,000 up. 1, 2, 3 down. Under control. That's it. Good. Good, good, good. Perfect. Nice job. That's good. Yeah, Jackie's getting a good arm workout today. Perfect. Nice job. Fantastic. All right, so you got those. Now we're going down to your close grip push-ups, okay? Close grip push-ups are next. So when we set these up, we're not doing like a traditional diamond push-up like this where the fingers and the thumbs are together. We're gonna spread the hands out a little bit wider so that when we come down, the nipple line will touch the knuckle, okay? And that's how we're gonna go. We don't want our elbows flared out. We want our elbows tucked in, so we're not putting our face in the diamond, we're putting our heart in the diamond, all right? Go ahead and begin. It's perfectly fine if you don't want to do these on your toes to go on your knees. Good. Nice. Oscar's good at the push-ups from being at the Navy. Good. Perfect. Good. Thomas can bring those hands just a little bit closer together. Turn those middle fingers in towards each other a little bit. There we go. That's better. Perfect. Good. Nice job. All right. Good job. So when you get to that position, now we've been through the first series of the exercises. Take a break, stretch your triceps out, take time, stretch your forearms out, get everything loosened up again, get a drink of water, towel off, because we're coming back and we're running that whole series one more time, second set on each. So whatever you did the first time, I want you to switch it up on this time. However you did, stand on the Bosu ball, stand on one leg, switch legs, all right? Use the exercise bands. It's all different variations that we can do, but just do something different the second time to change it up a little bit, okay? Everybody good? Got a drink? Everybody doing good? Nobody's passed out yet? Just a little bit of sweat? Not bad. All right, here we go, round 2. Starting back at your V bicep curls. Again, pick your rep range. 6 to 8 reps, building mass. 8 to 12 reps, going for that more athletic tone look. 15 to 25, those long, lean, tender muscles. That's it. Good. Nice. Oscar's going with the alternation in the back. That's good. Remember, elbows out, turned out to the side, spread it out nice and wide. You're gonna hit that inner head of that bicep. There we go. Good. Core is engaged. Good athletic stance. Knees are slightly bent. And perfect. Nice job. All right, guys, you know the second exercise. Start getting ready for it. Start picking out your dumbbells and your sets. So you're moving down into your skull crushers next. Get your equipment set up. Jackie's going back to her exercise ball. Good. Thomas has switched his grip around, so he's coming from a different angle this time, making sure that he's hitting the long head of the tricep with this movement. That's good. His abs are engaged. He can tuck those elbows in a little bit closer towards his ears when he comes down. Go ahead. There you go. That's going to make it a lot harder. Jackie's got the neutral grip. We're going to flip her around this time. We're going to have her go palms to the ceiling when she comes down. There we go. A little different this time. Good. Nice. Oscar switched his up. Good. Everybody looks good. Keep that cadence moving. Nice job. Perfect. Nice. Jackie's in a good position again. Her core is engaged, hamstrings engaged, glutes are engaged. She's got a good stable base. And if you look at her exercise ball, that's how we know, right? That thing's not bouncing all over the place. It's not wiggling, it's staying perfectly still. Good. Oscar going a little higher repetitions back there this time. He's going for the burn. It's good. You can see his triceps turning purple from all the way up here in the front. That's good. You ain't gonna fit in that dress uniform after this. Nice job. All right, moving down. Back to your hammer curls this time again. And then overhead tricep extensions following that. Hammer curls. Uh-oh, Thomas is going bigger into the 25s. Going for his pinwheel curls again. A little heavier weight this time. He's probably gonna be in that 6 to 8 rep range. Jackie's back to her good, perfect form. Nice, good job. Good, Oscar's doing the pinwheel curl back there in the back. With that pinwheel curl, remember the most important thing is when we're curling that thing, we want that arm to traverse across the body. So as you're curling, that arm comes up this way, comes to the jaw. If the arm stays still when we come up, we're not getting as much range of motion, so we want that thing to swing across and come up. It's good. There we go, nice. Good job back there in the back. Good, so now we're moving into overhead tricep extensions next. Good. You can do your seated and use the heavier dumbbells since you used the bands last time. Good. Thomas is going with the standing. Good. So if he wants to make that a little bit more difficult with that same weight, he can come over and sit on his bench and do that exact same thing. It makes him have to isolate. Good. Tuck those elbows in. Good. 1, 2, 3 down. Get a little stretch in the back. Full extension to the top. Good. Nice. Good. And again, you'll notice Oscar, like the depth of his dumbbells coming down in the back. He's not doing a partial repetition. He's just got big shoulders and big arms. So when he's coming down, that's as far as his mobility will go with that dumbbell. I have the same problem. It's good. But like with Jackie, she's got full range of motion. She can come all the way down, all the way back up, and it looks great. It's perfect. Good. All right, we're moving into the next group. Start thinking about your bicep 16s this time. Thomas, I'm gonna switch you up. I'm gonna give you a curveball. I'm gonna put you up on this bad boy this time, give you a little challenge. Since you like to skateboard, you ought to be able to do this good. There we go, good. That's it, and then just move that elbow forward to the midline of the body. Good, and that 90 degrees should be right there, perfect. Woo, you're getting a little sweaty. The shirt's getting wet. All right, good job. There we go, good. Chest up, chin up, back flat. Make sure that you're breathing, you're not holding your breath. Good. Oscar's going from the balance stance in the back. Probably not his thing. He probably doesn't practice on a lot of balance, but that's the way to throw yourself a curveball. That's good. It's good to do some cross training once in a while. Give your nervous system a little shock. Look at Thomas's legs twitching. Yeah, good. Yeah. Big, strong guy can bench press 200 pounds, but you put him on them little Bosu balls and them legs turn into jellyfish. That's good. So what you're seeing there, that's not weakness, that's his nervous system trying to calibrate. It doesn't understand. So it's firing those muscles super fast, trying to adjust for his balance so you get that wiggle. The more you do that, that'll go away. You won't have that anymore. It's good. Pretty work. Get your Bosu ball out of the way. What are we moving to next? What do you got? All right, so we just finished up the bicep 16s, and now we're gonna move down into our lunge tricep extensions. Jackie's got her foot up on the Bosu ball, again, working on ankle and knee stability. It's great for athletes, soccer players, lacrosse, football, volleyball, basketball, skateboarding, you name it. Cheerleading. Good, elbows stay up tall. Push up, 1/1000 squeeze, 1, 2, 3 down on the negative. 1 up, 1, 2, 3, down on the negative, good. Fast is not better, fast is worse. We gotta start breaking these trends we see on Instagram nowadays and TikTok and all these crazy exercises where people are going 10,000 miles an hour. Slow it down and let the muscle do what it's meant to do. Good. Back and squeeze. Perfect. Thomas has flipped his grip this time on his kickbacks. I'm sure he's feeling the difference of how much harder it is. His whole entire body's shaking. That's good. Perfect. Nice. Good job. Pretty work. Very good. Jackie looked like she's been using this booster ball every day. That's good. All right, so we come off of that. Now we're back into our bicep 21. So we're going 7 halfway up, 7 halfway to full, and then 7 all the way down and all the way up. Good. Chest is up, back is flat, elbows forward to the midline of the body. Perfect. Good job. Everybody's form is great. Nice. Woo. Nice. Oh yeah. Oscar's feeling the burn of this workout. Yeah, baby. He's already burned off that oatmeal and banana he had for breakfast an hour ago. That's been long gone. Nice. Good job. Pretty work. Good. The other cool thing about this workout is we're keeping the pace up too, so that heart rate's staying up throughout the workout. We're burning up some extra calories right now. That's good. So when we're doing these workouts, if you get tired and you need to take a break, pause the video for a second. You're watching this on YouTube or something, just click it, pause, catch your breath, drink your water, go to the bathroom, come back and press play. They don't have that luck today, so they're just gonna get smoked for the straight 45 minutes to an hour that we're in here, unless they tap out and run out the door. Good job. All right, close grip push-ups next. Remember, keep those hands like that, knuckles to the nipple line. If you're tired and your arms are smoked, go from the knee position this time. Good. Good. Nice, good job. Pretty work. Fantastic. Good, make sure you're breathing, you're not holding your breath. Keep it moving, good job. Thomas is going from the knees this time. He's gotten a really good arm workout. Very good. Jackie just took a big, long, deep breath. She's feeling the burn too. Nice job. Oscar just tucked his chain in. He's praying to God that he can make it through the end of the workout. Good job, fantastic. Jackie's finishing up her last few reps. Look at them triceps, they're pumped up, girl. Good job. All right, so we just finished up the guns part. Now we're going on to the buns and them glutes. All right, get them ready for them bikinis this summer. Oscar's got his. I know it fits good. I saw it last night in the showroom. All right, here we go. Booty band side steps. Pick up them big cloth booty bands. We're gonna go with the teal ones. Oscar's got the peach one in the back. Good to go. All right, so Oscar's gonna give us a side shot and he's gonna move towards us so you can see what it looks like from the side. Jackie and Thomas are gonna do it straight by each other. So we're down in the squatted positions, toes stay to the front, and begin. You're doing 25 of them. Good, perfect, just like that. So the goal is when you're doing this is to try to keep those toes directly to the front like this when you're doing it, okay? Toes and knees, side step. We don't want the toes turning out like this because if they turn, then we're starting to use our hip flexors and our quads. We want to be using back here in our butt. That's where it should be burning. Good, squat down a little bit more, Thomas. Turn your toes into the front more. 12 o'clock, right on the clock. There you go. That's it. Good. Burning, huh? Oh yeah. Good job. Oscar's cheeks are purple. Thomas's cheeks are purple. Jackie, you can't tell because she's got her blush on today. She's camouflaging her burn. She's doing it perfect. Them toes are right to the front. Look at that. That's exactly how it's supposed to look. Nice job. Good. She does bar and Pilates and all that kind of stuff, so she's really good with these booty exercises. Nice. Good. All right, boys, you start thinking about your next exercise. We're moving down into your penguins. So you're going to grab your Versa band, and I would say go with a yellow one, Thomas, Oscar red one, Jackie red one. This one goes over your feet and underneath the bottom of your foot. So the setup for this, guys, when we put it on our feet, toes to the front, then you're gonna step out as wide as you can. Feet are nice and wide. Once you establish that distance, you don't lose it. Hands are on the hips, chest is up tall. Lock your legs out. Only exercise you're probably ever gonna do in your life, hear me say lock your legs out, is this one. Squeeze your quads, squeeze your butt, and then start to wobble like a penguin and move side to side. Good, Thomas, you can go ahead and travel to your right. Jackie, you can go ahead and travel to your left. There you go. Good, keep them open. You're doing it right, it's gonna start burning right away. Good, chin up, chest up, belly button up. Woo-wee. Now we're talking. Nice, good job. 25 in your head. Good. Perfect examples of how to do them. All three of them are doing them beautiful. Good job. All right, now we're moving on. We're getting ready to get into the banded jump squats next. Thomas, we're gonna go with the pink band. Jackie, we're gonna go with the teal band, and Oscar's got his orange band in the back. So Jackie's got the teal one, that's the heavy band. Thomas has got the pink one, which is the medium one, and Oscar's got the orange one in the back. It's for his legs. His legs are like tree trunks back there. All right, so real quick tip with this guy. So what we're thinking about while we're doing it is we're dropping down into a squat, and hands are in a prayer position. We're gonna push our knees out against that band so everything is nice and tight. When I jump, I'm not jumping and elongating my body. I'm staying in the squat while I'm in the air. So when I jump, I'm in the squat. So my body stays like this. I'm barely leaving the ground. I don't even have to have my toes come off of a 1/4 inch because that's not the most important part of the exercise. Staying in the squat and staying in the glutes is the most important part, okay? Here we go, 25 jumps. There we go, nice and deep. Make sure you're breathing, don't hold your breath. Jackie's going after it, good. Thomas looks good. Oscar's getting it back there. Nice job. This will burn fast, trust me. So set your pace. You don't have to go as fast as they're going. That's good. All right, drop your bands and catch your breath. All right, so next we're going back to the little Versa bands next. Thomas, I would go yellow. Oscar, I would go yellow. Jackie, you can go red. All right, so the movements that we're doing for this one are tiny little finite movements. If you have good balance, feel free to do these standing up. Just make sure that you have good posture. The first one's gonna be straight out to the side, and I'm only going as high as I can keep my core engaged. If I start leaning, I'm not using the muscles. I'm just trying to work this outer hip right here. The next one is gonna be 45 degrees back. I'm only lifting my foot to where my glute contracts, no higher. The last one is gonna be straight back to the rear. When we go straight back to the rear, I'm gonna turn my toe out slightly. You'll feel your glute engage and then pulse it. The movements don't have to be any bigger than that with my foot. If you find that you got problems with balance, you can do like Thomas doing. He's got his bench set up. He can hold on so he can focus. The priority of this movement is the glute, not you working on your balance and falling all over the place, okay? They're gonna do 15 in all three positions. Side first, 45 second, straight back on the third one. Here we go, and begin. Good, chest up, core's tight, glutes are tight, good. See how little tiny movement Jackie's doing? That's perfect. That's gonna burn like heck. And that red band's no joke to do this with. If she wasn't doing all those bar classes, she'd be wearing the yellow one too. It's good. Nice and slow, 1,000 up, 1,000 down for these guys. 1,000 up, 1,000 down, good. Nice, good job. And then you're going straight back for the last one, 15, little tiny movements. Jackie, go ahead and turn. Turn some more, keep coming. Good, now watch her foot on this last one. Look how tiny that little movement is. Ah, set you up. Go ahead. See how little that movement is? That little movement, but she's getting a full glute squeeze all the way up here at the top. This is the glute minimus, and the glute medius here on the top. This is hashtag shelf life is what I was told by one of the young girls that I train, is building that upper booty up right there. Good, nice job. Switch to your other legs. How's that little band feel? Tough, ain't it? Yeah, good. It's all the little muscles, all the guys that I train, all the girls that come in and want the heavy squats and they want the heavy deadlift numbers and they're trying to do those PRs and stuff. They say, I don't understand What's keeping me from hitting that number? Sometimes it's just strengthening the little synergistic muscles that support the big muscles to get them strong enough, and then their numbers start to jump up again. Very good. Keep that chin up, Thomas. Keep that chest up. There you go. Good. Perfect. If you're an athlete and you're a young high school lacrosse, field hockey, boys or girls swimmer, I highly suggest you start implementing these hip exercises I'm showing you with these bands for knee safety. You know, lots of people receive injuries, ACL injuries, because of a thing called Q angle. You can look that up on Google search. But the knees go in, they buckle, you get the knee injuries, and what supports that is your glutes. If you've got weak glutes, your knees are not going to be as strong as they need. Somebody slide tackles you from the side, you lose a knee. You start building them glutes up with these type of exercises, and what you're going to see is those knees are going to be much more stable. You're going to be able to cut harder. You're going to be able to brace better in every sport that you play or all around the board. It's universal. Good? Good? Nice. All right, moving down. All right, we're going to the booty bands next. Jackie, you're going to use teal. Thomas, you'll use pink. And you'll use your orange band again. All right, Jackie, you're probably going to use your mat on this because the floor is so rough. And we're going down flat on your back. Jackie, I'm going to have you angled this way. Good. Thomas, I'm going to have you angled this way a little bit too. Yep, and that's perfect from the side there. We're going flat on the back in a sit-up position. All right, so the start position, we're gonna push our knees out till our band's tight. We're gonna move our heels out a little bit further away from you, Jackie, just a little bit. Thomas, move yours back a little bit, that's perfect. Good, Oscar's good. All right, so the toes are gonna be pulled up. The toes are gonna be slightly turned outboard, hands down by your side, flat on the ground so you can base. And you're gonna push your hips up to the sky, squeeze your glutes, and then back down. Up, squeeze, back down. Up, squeeze, back down. Driving those heels through the deck. You should feel your hamstrings engaged. You should feel your inner thighs engaged. You should feel your glutes engaged while you're doing these movements. Keep going. We're going for 15 repetitions on this one. Up, squeeze. The most important part is the squeeze at the top. Good. Perfect. Good job. Nice. Everybody's doing it good. Perfect, good job. Then once you're done, you can start getting ready for your next exercise, which you're gonna keep your booty bands on your knees. We're just gonna flip over and we're gonna go on all fours next. All right, so the next exercise we're gonna work on are gonna be called our partials and our fulls, okay? So while they're in this position, as you can see Jackie's all set up. She's gonna pull her toes up like that. That's important, because that's gonna make you use this upper part of your glute more, okay? And then on this exercise, while she's doing this, she's gonna make sure that her core's engaged and tight. So what I don't wanna see is her back going down and up and down and up. Everything here stays stable. The only thing that's gonna be moving is gonna be her leg, okay? So what she's gonna do now, she's gonna pull her foot up into the air and go into the partial position. So while she's here, she's gonna pretend that she's gonna push my hand straight up to the ceiling and pulse 15 times. 1, 2, a little bit higher, 3, 4, 5, 6. See that little tiny movement? That glute is completely tight and that muscle is firing hard. All right, boys, go ahead and jump in. 15. Thomas is gonna bring his foot up a little bit higher and flat, right there, go ahead. Heads up, cores are engaged, stomach muscles are tight, those lower backs aren't moving. Good, Oscar's got a good position back there. Good. Oh, he's burning back there, I see that head shaking. Good, once you're done, you're gonna go to the full. So now you're gonna take that foot and push the back wall all the way back away from you. Straight to the back wall, extend the leg, good. Extend the leg, good. There you go. Push the heel away, push the wall away. Nice job, good. Good. Oscar's got big hamstrings back there. It's gonna take a toll on him doing these exercises. It's good, Thomas looks good. Perfect. So the first one, the pulse, was the partial. Now this one's called the full, partials and fulls. Good job. Good, go ahead and rest for a couple seconds. Go ahead and grab a drink, towel off, stretch your butt out if you need to. Good? All right. Fantastic. It's getting awfully quiet in here. All right, so now we're gonna finish up. We're starting to go into the power movements. We got the hips loosened up. Everything's ready to go. So the first movements that we're gonna get into is gonna be the sumo squat. So with the sumo squat, the one thing I wanna cover is knee positioning, okay? So when you set up, the toes are gonna be turned out, but you're only gonna turn your toes out as far as what your knees can track over your toes. If I turn my feet out like that and I go down, you can see that my knee is way inside of my toes. That's a knee injury waiting to happen. So only turn your feet out to the same angle that you can keep your knees back when you go down. When we go down, if you look at my back is curved slightly, my chest is up, and this is the form, okay? We don't want to be rounded with a back like this. That's a back injury waiting to happen. So chest up, you're gonna see different variations, okay? So you might see Oscar in the back hold the dumbbell like this. That's called a goblet. He's gonna keep it in tight to his chest. He's gonna have it right underneath of his chin. He goes down and keeps his back flat, his chin up, and his chest up. Jackie's gonna go for a little deeper move with her dumbbell like that, and she's gonna go here. It allows her to go way deeper and test her flexibility and really get up deep into her glutes. And Thomas is going with the wide grip. That's more comfortable on the hands. Sometimes the position Jackie in will hurt people's hands, and it's a lot easier to hold the sides of the dumbbells for hand comfort, okay? All right, 15 reps, here we go. Remember to breathe in and breathe out. Good. 1, 2, 3, down, 1, up. 1, 2, 3, down, 1 up. Breathe in on the way down, out on the way up. Perfect, good job. Good, everybody looks good. Thomas has good hamstring flexibility. He's got them young 15, 16-year-old knees. He can go nice and deep with that. Oscar's got big tree trunk, strong legs like mine. That's about as low as we go. Jackie's got perfect back form. She's keeping that back straight up and down, and she's really isolating on those glutes with that back position. That's great. Good. Nice job. Everybody's form is perfect. Good. Nice. All right, so they're going to set those down. The next movement that we're going to do is going to be a reverse lunge, okay? Reason that we prefer to do the reverse lunge is a lot easier on us with knee injuries. I'm 46. I got banged up knees from being in the Marine Corps and hiking up hills and jumping out of planes and being all over the place. My knees are trashed, right? I don't do forward lunges very well anymore. They hurt all the time. But what we found doing the reverse lunge, going back to the rear, pulls my knee away from my toe. I keep my chest up, I go straight down, there's near zero knee pain. So for me to be able to do a lunging movement to work one leg at a time, I can only do those in reverse. So if you're young and you got good strong knees, or you're lucky and you've never hurt a knee your entire life, it's fine to go to the front, but just make sure we're doing it correctly. So watch my knee. When we do the reverse lunge, it's crucial that when you step back, this foot places. I don't want to keep that knee in line with that toe. I want that knee to open slightly. When that knee opens slightly, it allows me to engage my hamstring and engage my glute, so that way when I go down, my knee is outside of my pinky toe. When I drive back up, I'm now using my glute and my quads much more efficiently. If I go straight down like this, my knee is weak because I can't use my glute as much. So when I come back up, it is going to go right in the front of my knee right here and hurt initially. So if you're doing these and you're standing up, you go, oh, that hurts my knee. Most likely what's happened is you're not pushing that knee out to the side to allow that glute to push through the weak part of the knee in the beginning. So go slow on the first couple times when you do these, okay? Here we go. Good, push that knee even wider. Like your sock drawer is open and you're pushing it in with your knee. There you go, nice, good job. That's it, good, Oscar. Good. Step back just a little bit further. There you go. Because Oscar's goal, because of the length of his legs, the way his body's built, is to try to get that knee away from that toe as much as possible. So he's got to step back further into his lunge to get his knee to track backwards. Good. Perfect. Good. Remember, push that knee out. The cue I give everybody is when you're walking through your bedroom, the sock drawer is sticking out, you take your knee and you push it in. It's the same thing they're doing with their leg every time. Good. Thomas is doing it perfect. Oscar's going no weight. Good. He's probably like me and got banged up knees from being in the military for so long. Good. Nice. Very good. Pretty work. So that's finishing out the reverse lunges, okay? So now the best booty builder that we got, all right, is going to be our single leg glute thrust. I see this all the time. There's nothing wrong with the exercise, but we see people doing the glute thrust with the barbells, okay? Put the barbell across the legs. They're doing their glute thrust 200, 300, 400 pounds. That's awesome. That's a great quad exercise because what you're doing is a leg press, all right? Take all that weight off that bar and get rid of that bar and do a single leg and do 20 reps at a time, and I guarantee it'll be harder than when you're doing it with the 400, and your butt's finally gonna start to develop and it's gonna tone because you're actually using your glute muscles on this one, okay? So everybody's set up with their benches. So just for a safety note, if you're using a bench, so like Oscar, he's big like me, okay? He might lay on that bench and that thing might slide on your floor. So what we'll do is we'll take dumbbells and we'll brace the frame like he's doing now, and it'll keep that bench from sliding on you when you're doing the exercise, just for safety. All right, so Jackie's set up good. She's got the bench right underneath her shoulder blades. Thomas is set up good. Gonna pull the toes up, turn the foot out slightly, and begin. 15 on each leg. So if you notice, their body is working, like if you look at Jackie, as her hips go down, her eyes come up. She's working like a lever. Everything moves together. She's looking at the wall, she's looking at the ceiling. She's looking at the wall, she's looking at the ceiling. Perfect. Good. Thomas has got it too. His whole body is working as one piece. Slow and controlled. If you don't work your glutes, trust me, this is gonna be a tough exercise. I hear some deep breaths back there. Good. Slow and controlled is the name of the game. Good. Try to isolate that one muscle that you're working on. Good. Thomas is a good angle because that camera can see the way he's set up. You can see his ankle foot relationship to his knee. His ankle is just forward of his knee just a little bit. That's allowing that hamstring to fire. And it's allowing that glute to fire properly. Good. If you get that foot back too far, then your glutes can't work as well as they would normally, okay? Good job. Perfect. All right. Getting close to the end. Hang in there. Last one. Tough one. Frog pumps, okay? So if you need a mat, go ahead and pull your mat out. If you're good with laying on the floor, go ahead. We're going to go down into the sit-up position next. We're going to put the bottoms of our feet together. All right, so what they're going to do now with the bottoms of their feet together, they're going to put pressure through their feet. They're going to do a glute bridge, but we call these frog pumps because you look like a frog while you're doing it. 15 reps. Up and squeeze your glutes. Up and squeeze your glutes. Good. Perfect. Nice. Make sure that you're breathing. Don't hold your breath. Good. 15 reps. And then once you guys are done your 15 reps, you're going to go ahead and stay down on your mats on the ground. We're going to put each one of you in a different glute stretch. So we got a way to stretch out those glutes after we worked them so hard today. We don't want anybody in an Epsom salt bath tomorrow morning and not being able to bend over and tie their shoes. Good job. Pretty work. Good. Nice. All right, so Jackie, I'm going to put her in her most advanced glute stretch. So she's going to sit up. And I'm going to have you put your feet out. And I'm going to set her up just like I would if I was training you. You're going to put your feet up. You're going to pull your toes back. I want you to take this knee out flat to the ground, right to here, just like that, as far as you can get it. Take this foot and turn it like this, bend that knee, and turn it like that. So we call this the 90-90 position because 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 90 degrees, everything's at 90s, okay? So this is an advanced one, so you go into it slow. So what she's gonna do now is she's gonna turn her shoulders towards me, and she's gonna take her chest, and she's gonna go down and put her chest on her knee first. That's the easiest of the three. She can hold that as long as she wants, 5, 10, 15, 30 seconds. She's gonna come back up. She's gonna take her chest, and she's gonna put it right here on the middle of her shin. Again, 5, 10, 15. If she can, she'll push her arm straight out to the front and relax. Yep. Good. Then she'll come back up, and then she's gonna take her heart and put it on her ankle bone. That's the most advanced one right there. So when you go into that, go into it gently because it's an extreme stretch on your glute. When she's done, she's gonna roll over to the other side, continue to stretch and do that exact same process on the other side. Good, Thomas, you're gonna go ahead and lay down flat on your back. All right, pull your one leg up, put it flat on the ground like that. Take this foot and cross it over that knee. All right, bring your legs up. Put that foot straight up in the air, pull that toe down. Take your right hand, reach through the hole, grab the back of your knee. Take the other hand, grab the back of your knee, and then pull back on your knee. So now in this position, turn a little bit to your right, break dance. There you go, good. Now he's stretching his glute on the left side, his hamstring on the right side, all the way up into the back of his knee. So hold that 15, 30 seconds on both sides and then switch. All right, Oscar, we're gonna put you in the pigeon stretch. Old school basic pigeon stretch. So we're gonna start here. We're gonna take that leg, push it across. We're gonna lay down. Push the other leg back as straight as you can get it, and then just lay down onto your elbows and hold that stretch. Now while you're down here, you can stay static and not move, or you can take his hips and roll them a little bit to the left and a little bit to the right, and you'll feel that stretch in different parts of his glutes, and you'll just transition that rock back and forth for 15 to 30 seconds and then switch sides. So you got 3 different levels: advanced, medium, and beginner for stretching out those glutes after we did that real long workout, okay? So you can use this as part of your cool down. Stretching is up to you. Some people will hold stretches for up to 3 minutes in each position if you look at yoga and stretching classes, but if you're just using this for a cool down, I would say 30 seconds is probably the minimal that you're gonna want to do for any of your stretching, okay? Let that heart rate come back down, cool down after the workout, and we're all done for today. Good job, everybody. I know we smashed you, but good effort. Pretty work.